Therapy Thursday, now on Wild 94.1.
I understand therapy.
Hi, everybody.
Hi, Dr. Nick.
All right, it is Therapy Thursday. It's where we try and do our community service and give you 60-second sessions. Dr. Davi is in the office this morning, or as we call him, Putin. Putin. We have Meredith, MD, in the office this morning, and also you can't murmur when you're supposed to be like a medical professional. You don't want the lab coat walking in talking about murmur. They're like, I'd like to see somebody else.
Yes.
And I'm Orlando B.G. Wayne.
Oh, okay.
Stirrups and all. All right, so clipboards and lab coats. We got it for you. 888-429-0941 if you have a question or you have any kind of issue, you can present it to us, maybe each one of us or all of us. Either way. Let's see here. We have
Homeboy's been on the phone for a minute. So I think we should go for him.
So he's got a question for
and it's a fake name. His name's not really Ryan.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Ryan.
All right. Well, all right, here we go. Ryan. Hey, how you doing this morning?
I'm good. How you doing?
Pretty good. What's your question?
I had a party for a friend.
Wait a minute. Wait. Switch lanes.
Another friend. I don't like
Wait.
We lost you at the party.
We heard you had a party for a friend, and then your phone
must have been
cut
a good
out.
one.
Yeah, it must have been a good party right there.
I had a party for a friend, and I was planning it with two other friends, but two other friends decided that one of the friends I was planning for it wouldn't have liked it. So I continued to do the party anyway, but I didn't re-extend the invitation. Was I wrong for not re-inviting the other two friends?
All right, so you were having a party with, and wait, what happened with the friend though? Because it broke up a little bit.
They decided that the other friend doesn't like surprise parties, but a third friend decided that the person would like the party. So I continued with the party anyway, but I didn't give the other two friends that I originally started with the details that was still going on.
So you did the surprise, but just without the people who thought the surprise was a bad idea.
Yeah.
I don't think that's. I mean, now it depends on how close of friends they are, but I would tell you this: like
very
if you,
close.
very, very, very close.
Orlando.
You might have to wear that one. Now here's the deal, though. If transparency, just like in a relationship, a love relationship, is good for friendships too. And if you sit down with them and be like, "Listen, I made a quick decision." Because y'all wasn't down with it, and I was like, I'm not going to drag y'all through it. If you don't want to do it, then that's fine. I'm going to go forward with it because this is what I believed in. And I took it as you didn't, want to be involved in it because you thought it was a bad idea. If that was a mistake, I'm totally mea culpa. That was my bad. You know what I mean? So I didn't mean it by anything. I just thought that y'all was basically voting that you didn't want to rock with it because you thought it was a bad idea. My bad. Let me make it up to y'all. I'm going to take y'all to get some wings for the game. And, if these are your good friends, you could do it that way. If they didn't matter, I'd be like, yeah, bump them. Forget them. They didn't want to rock with you for whatever. But if these are your main ones, it'd just be like, yo, I misinterpreted what y'all was saying. And you should be able to be good after that.
All right. Thank you.
You know what I'm saying? No problem at all, man. Damn, we can
Not being invited to a party.
Friends got to be able to get around that.
It's different with the guys and girls, though. Girls not being invited to the party.
Well, I know, because you got mad. You got mad when we didn't invite you, to the basketball game.
Yeah, by the way,
Buck, you didn't know.
Yeah, thanks for the invite.
Yeah, because Buck is in here filming us, and me, Buck, and actually yesterday, Buck, and Davi were supposed to be at the Raptors game.
Yeah, that's great. So, little freak show party, don't invite the female in the room. That's
Orlando if you were invited.
He asked me. He's like, is she invited? And I'm like, nah.
Oh, great.
I wasn't wasted no ticket on you. You don't want to go.
You didn't even ask me.
You ain't even
I've
in the
never
basketball.
been to an NBA game. That would be awesome to go to.
Nah, yeah, we didn't want to be there answering all these questions for
whatever.
you.
I got a question for Davi. How about that?
Yeah, you asked Davi a question. I just worked at time over.
Got a question out of the 727. Davi, I'm 28 and I want some advice on stocks and bonds. How do I get into it, and what's some pointers y'all can give me about them?
Oh, man. The best pointer that I could give you right now is that you don't get your investing advice from a radio station.
You're on to something. Right?
There's tons of resources, from YouTube to books to a million articles and blogs that come out every single day. 28, I think, is a fantastic time in your life to start doing it. Think of a budget and think of basically companies that you believe in and you think you could see a potential for growth in. But ultimately, bro, you honestly have to do your due diligence, because you can win a lot of money, you can make bread, but you can also lose it. It can go right through your fingers so quick, so easily. So before you jump in, I would say take your time, really try to wrap your head around it, understand it, and don't invest money that you're not willing to lose. Don't put your rent money in there. It has to be something that if you have to part with, if it falls out, that you'll still be okay in the long run.
What he said was facts, because he made a mistake and corrected it, but it was actually accurate. He said, if you want to win money, and think of it that way, because winning in gambling is kind of the same thing as the stock market. It's like you're gambling, and jumping into it is wrong. But if you find you a penny stock or something that you want to watch and you want to invest in to just get used to watching your stock grow or watching your stock move, do that. That's inexpensive, and it can get you in practice as you're learning for the bigger.
That's good advice.
Payday. And find you something you believe in. Davi drives a Tesla. He went for Tesla.
Yep.
I am heavy, and I thought been doing some heavy stuff. You know what I'm saying? So,
what's that money you have at your house?
The dinar.
Yeah,
don't do that.
Don't invest in anything.
Don't invest
Iraq.
in anything from Iraq. Thinking that you gonna come up because you got some military friends, because they got you. All right, 888-429-0941. We got questions coming in here. What we got?
We got one from Meredith out the 863. It says, so me and my boyfriend of 7 years are going to separate, and we are finally going to live. We're going to separate finally, but we're going to live in the same household, only in separate rooms.
Oh, yeah.
I'm getting to know someone right now, and the problem is I am afraid that when I start seeing someone else, my ex can call him and is going to interfere. What should I do? I need some kind of solution.
Okay, so you have to live together for a little bit, I'm assuming, until the lease is up or over with, or you sell the house. Do not bring that person into the house. If you want to start drama, it's obvious that he's going to eventually move on and start seeing people. You are obviously already moving it, and you want to see somebody too. You have to be respectful because you're still living with that person. I know if I was your ex, I don't want to see some new dude walking in and then y'all like being cute and cooking and making out or whatever, doing in your own private bedroom. Even though you guys are roommates, you got to be respectful of that. I don't hide the fact that you're seeing somebody, but also I wouldn't just like be bragging about it left and right. And see if you can end the lease sooner so you can get out of there, start your own life.
I mean, you hit a nail on the head. I honestly. Make sure that the person who you're dating knows your situation, though, because then they ain't expecting to go to your spot.
Yeah.
And they ain't expecting to be all up in
Don't
there.
lie.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Don't start the new relationship with a lie about the old one.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to be lonely.
Everybody that I've ever met that is still living with their ex is honestly 1 foot in, 1 foot out. There's still a little bit of circle back going on.
There's a lot of people out there who live that life where they're like dipping and dabbing.
You can't fully cut the ties if they're your roommate.
It's like that Jennifer Aniston movie where she walked by Vince Vaughn naked in the hallway.
Yeah.
And he like, we mad at each other, but
damn.
You know what I'm saying? All right, 888-429-0941. More coming up. Hold on. Therapy Thursday popping right now. 888-429-0941. You got a question. We got answers for you. Let's see here. This says, Davi or O. I will be 40 in a few weeks and have not been on the dating scene since COVID. How does an attractive Latina find love during a pandemic? Get them.
All right. First of all, I would say you can't really have the pretense that you're looking for love, because that kind of gives off an air of desperation, and desperation is not a good look, especially for somebody attractive. I would put yourself out there.
Meredith is frowning at you right now, just to let you know. I don't know why.
Put yourself out. I'm sure she is.
Okay.
Put yourself out in the social scene. You know, it doesn't have to necessarily be the dating scene, but go to happy hours, go out with your girls.
In a pandemic, though.
There's still things going on.
Right.
I would say you have to mingle a little bit, mingle with people, get outside of your comfort zone. Online dating seems to help a lot of people. So I think it's just a mixture of both, of everything, but don't seem desperate.
Okay.
I would say I would push the dating apps a little bit more because we are still in a pandemic. And in your profile, I say that it's okay. It doesn't sound desperate. It actually weeds out a lot of the weirdos out there, people that just want to hook up for one night, that you are looking for a serious commitment or a serious relationship. That's what you're interested in. I don't find that a bad thing at all. As a matter of fact, a lot of women would actually appreciate a guy to be open and honest about that.
But she's talking
It's
about trying to
attractive.
find love, and you'll scare away guys if you start talking about serious
Good.
stuff.
Then
fast.
you don't want to mess with those people anyway. I think that that's a good thing.
No,
You're going to miss out on great options
Yeah.
because you was talking
I
about.
don't want to mess with some boy that is scared because eventually I want to be in a serious committed relationship.
You're not giving out the air of eventually. You're giving out, hey, I'm turning
Right now.
40. I'm looking for love. I need to get dating scene. It's
We
like
on the
now,
clock.
now.
Yeah, you can't be on
Why
the clock.
are you guys so crazy
Because
when it
this
comes
is
to
the
that?
way men think. This
Yeah.
is what scares guys
really,
off.
Really does.
Well, maybe I don't want a guy that scares easy. I mean,
Oh,
40-year-old wants somebody that's, can buck up.
No.
Okay. Well, no bucking. Buck that.
I got one for you, O.
All right, what you
This one
got?
came out of a 404 area code. It says, I need some advice if I should chill or not. I'm a dad with custody of my son. I'm supposed to be getting a monthly child support payment of $350 through child services, but I'm only getting $200. The other $150 isn't even listed as owed. I don't really need the money because I have a great job, but should I be salty? Because if it was reverse, I'd be expected to pay the full amount or be chastised if I did.
And the mom owes him the $350.
Yep.
And she's only sending $2.
Every month, 150 short.
All right. Yes. Okay. All right. Listen, you don't need it. So it is petty. But there's a precedent being set there. And this is legal. Like the law said you get $350. If you're not following the law, then I mean that's like a contract. When they say you open up a contract to renegotiate one part of it, the whole thing could be renegotiated. If you're not doing what the legal letter of the law says, then the whole thing you just thumbing your nose at the legal process, and judges don't like that, and the child board don't like that. So I think it's up to you to go in there and walk in and say, listen, I'm not getting it. I'm not arguing about it, but we need to either rectify this to take it down so she's not messing herself up by breaking a court order, or adjust it or whatever. I don't need it, but hey, it needs to be addressed. Because if it was reversed, it would be addressed and you would be chased down. I've seen people have to live in other states because they were being looked for because of child support, not being correct. So that's just one of them flawed things, man. I like the fact that you are taking care of business and whatever, but the fact that they just get to choose, that's what really burns up guys. Really? Because you don't just get the choice. If they made a choice to see you half, every lady out there getting child support, if a dude just sent you half, that would be a problem.
And you just have to suck it up.
Monthly. Not just calling you saying, hey, this month going to be light, but every month, bruh. Nah,
And not just
I
for
don't
a
like
little bit while you're trying to find a job. It's always.
I would definitely say something. I wouldn't make it an egregious thing, but I would be like, listen, just to make sure everything's buttoned up, because I don't need it, so I don't need her going to jail or any kind of fines, because if she can't pay the $350, she damn sure can't pay a fine.
Right.
So, but can we modify this or something so everybody ain't gonna get caught up?
And also, you never know what the future holds. You might not need it today, but something could happen a few months from now where that extra $150 a month could really come in handy.
For real.
And then you want to go retroactively and be like, I haven't been getting it in a long time,
Yeah.
but I didn't need it back then.
Yeah, but I need it now. You're right.
I got one for Davi.
But you got
Dímelo.
I absolutely dislike my husband's half sister. He and I are 16 years apart. She's younger than me. When we first started dating, she was cold and caused some issues. She apparently still talks to his ex. We're expecting, and somehow I accidentally added her to social media, which I never wanted to do. So is it wrong for me to unfriend/block her? I don't need the negativity or the drama in my life.
No, I don't think it's wrong for you. I would use the mute option. I think that way they don't know that you've if you block
Does
somebody.
that really work?
Absolutely.
Yes,
The
it
mute thing
definitely does.
I
really
have
works?
so many people muted on Instagram.
Really?
Oh, I really do.
I didn't know it worked. I thought they were able to see if you could do
No,
it.
you can see if you block them. You can see if you unfriend them. But if you just mute them, that'll take away the drama, any kind of.
You're still following
I gotta
each
try
other.
that because there's some people I gotta mute.
Yeah,
I think
and
Davi muted me.
I haven't muted yet. I haven't muted you yet.
He only muted you when you was pregnant. You know what I'm saying?
You added me again.
All right, we got one more here. Let's see. Meredith, are you ready?
Sure.
This says, Dr. Meredith, long story short, I broke up with my man. We got into a bad place. So after 4 years, we ended it. I slept with someone, kind of a screw you, and it was insane. Much different than I was used to. But then the ex called. We talked it out, and we ended up getting back together a week after we broke up. What am I supposed to do now with the guilt that I have and the memories of what happened? Do I say something or do I take this to the grave because it's killing me?
It's hard for me personally to live with guilt. Like, I just want to have things out there open and honest. That's how I like to live my life. I don't like to lie about things. On the other hand, you could take a page and rip it out of Davi's book and be like, do not say anything unless you are specifically asked because you don't want to lie.
If you was going to stay on that side, I was going to say, okay, Dr. Davi,
Yeah.
what you got for?
I wouldn't bring it up. I really wouldn't.
But she feels terribly guilty.
One thing about guilt.
Explain to us,
Yeah,
Davi.
go ahead, Davi.
Time heals all wounds, including guilty ones. So your guilt will start to subside. Yes, it will.
You'll feel better.
Read that off a Bazooka Joe piece of gum or something.
As bad as you feel right now, I think it will get better. Also, he might have done something on his break
And
too.
would hurt you if you
I
found out.
think they looking at the math too. She's like, I broke up a week.
Yeah, that was
If
pretty
he-
quick.
If he's like, yo, a week, we were broken up a week.
We were
You had
together
your feet
4
to
years.
Jesus with Carl.
Again, if he specifically asks you, did you do anything while we weren't together?
Which he will.
Which he might. I wouldn't lie about it. I would be honest, but I damn
Sugarcoat it, though.
I damn sure wouldn't volunteer that information.
She said it was good too.
Yeah, you got to forget about that part too.
Do not add that in there.
Don't add that to it. Whatever honesty you come up with, don't be that honest.
Orlando and the Freak Show.
Therapy Thursday is a wrap. We do it every Thursday morning at 8:25. Get in, all right?